Hello and welcome to the Holly Meredith Show. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to talk today about what is going on because everyone's attention span is so short. Unless you're knowing about it on the day that it happens, you never know about it at all. And that is part of the problem in our magnificent, beautiful America. Most people just don't have enough time to know what's really going on until it's happened to you. I'm going to refer to a woman named Jen Psaki. That's Psaki with a P. Her Psaki P is quiet, but she certainly isn't. Jen Psaki is a spokesperson for the White House now. She used to be at our State Department, along with Marie Barfy Harf. You can't forget Marie Barfy Harf, who doesn't seem to understand that, hey, some people in the country actually do have a brain. As far as Marie Harf is concerned, none of us do. As far as Jen Psaki is concerned, none of us do. To listen to Jen Psaki say, it's too sophisticated, it's too nuanced for the regular American, you're too stupid to understand. She doesn't come right out and say you're too stupid, but if you watch her mouth move, you understand that's what she's saying. She's saying you're too stupid to understand. You didn't go to an Ivy League school like I did. You don't have relatives that bought me a position in the State Department. You're just too stupid to know what's going on. What's going on? If you haven't been paying attention, we have begun our 2016 presidential election. It is the longest, most boring, most dragged out election the world has ever seen, and we need to change it so that it's only about 60 days. The reason it's long and dragged out and boring is because people have to have so much money to run for president that it takes them months to get people in line to be their donors. And in case you didn't see the latest fiasco from Hillary Clinton, here it is. She went to Ohio to meet the regular person, and then she went to Iowa to meet the regular person. When she was in Iowa meeting the regular person, she went into a Chipotle restaurant, didn't tip the people, had giant sunglasses along with Uma Abedin. Remember Uma Abedin? That was Anthony Weiner's wife when he was trying to be mayor of New York. Do you see how all of these people are connected? They are all interconnected. Everything they do is to get into your pocket. Everything. She's in Iowa behind her hidden glasses, in a Chipotle, in her Scooby van, and you have our media, our bought and paid for media, and they are all bought and paid for. Every single one of them. It's the only reason Barack Obama is president today. But you saw our media running across a parking lot to get behind a Chipotle in Iowa because Hillary Clinton was in there buying a burrito. This is what you are getting to see. Only this. You don't get to see anything else that's going on with the woman. She lied under oath. She destroyed her emails that were under subpoena. I bet you didn't know that. They were under subpoena from your Congress. That's you. And what did she do with them? She got rid of them. She says that she deleted them accidentally. And if you believe that, then you believe that Obama is an actual legal president. This is what goes on in our country today. We have a government, if you want to call it that is owned by business interests. That's all. It's all business interests. If our laws were obeyed, we would not have a problem with immigration. There would be no problem. There would be no illegal immigrants. In 1986, when the last amnesty was passed, according to the Democrats, if Ronald Reagan agreed to let the supposed 3 million people at that time stay in the country and become legal, that they would build a wall across the border and enforce our immigration laws. Well, that didn't happen. And now, instead of 3 million people, you have more like 15 to 20 million. Roaming around the country, committing crimes all the time, making fools out of the people that do everything legally. And by the way, I had one of those people in my home this morning. I had to have something fixed with Comcast. The Comcast guy came to my door, a very nice man. And while he was talking to me, I noticed that he had an accent, although he spoke excellent English. So I asked him where he was from, and he said, Colombia. And I was telling him how I feel about everything, because that's what I do. And he said, hey, lady, I can't stand the illegal immigrants. They drive me crazy. He said it took me $2,100 and 19 months out of my life, and I learned everything about the country, and I learned to speak English, and I'm proud and happy to be an American, and I would never want to be anything else, and these people are spitting on me, which they are. So is Obama, and so is our Congress, because when you're letting all these illegal people come here and get all the benefits that they're getting, you are making fools of all the people around the world that do it the right way, the legal way, the honest way, who really want to be Americans, not Mexicans living in America, getting all the free stuff and sending their money back to Mexico. I also had the unfortunate occurrence, and I'll say it unfortunate, I had the unfortunate occurrence last week of needing some work done with my plumbing in my house, and I did have a plumber send some people over, and lo and behold, it wasn't the plumber that I spoke to, no. He had sent 2 women over, 2 Hispanic women, one of whom did not speak English at all, and was pissed off at me because I didn't speak Spanish. Lucky for her, she's not decorating the front of my house. I happen to speak Spanish very fluently, so after she went through her pantomime act and got all discombobulated because I wasn't speaking her stupid language, the other lady who did speak Spanish said she's trying to tell you that she has to go over there. I said, then just you tell me. So when it was all said and done, I called back the plumber and I said, Peter, if you ever send somebody to my home to do something, to fix something in my house again, who doesn't speak English, I will throw them bodily out my door, which I will do. This woman was not legal. This woman was working off the books. This woman and her friend were taking the job away from somebody who is an American citizen. Probably some poor guy sitting at home trying to figure out how to pay his bills, not getting a job that he should have gotten. Because here we have 2 giant bozo women who shouldn't even be there. And you can think anything you like about it. That's my opinion and I'm entitled to it. And I'll stick with it. I'm getting ready to go to my first break. Sweet as always.
Hi, welcome to Muscle Beach, located at 501 East Atlantic Avenue, Delray Beach. We'd like you to join us for some of the finest, hand-picked, shipped daily Prince Edward Island mussels, along with the freshest seafood Delray has to offer.
Welcome back to the Holly Meredith Show. And speaking of people that I like, and that the people in the country that they're ruling like, instead of our idiot running our country into the ground who would like to get rid of them, let's talk about Bashar al-Assad. Let's talk about the fact that the fabulous Egyptian, as you know, whom I like so much, let's talk about him. Let's talk about Bashar al-Assad in Syria. Our president, if you want to call him that, is doing his best to overthrow the government of Syria. He tried and failed in Egypt. And in Egypt, just 2 days ago, they have arrested the Muslim representative of our government who was trying to overthrow the Egyptian government. Remember when Morsi was there and Morsi got taken away? Because Morsi was backed by our president. And he got thrown out. The Muslim Brotherhood got thrown out. And our representative, our American lying piece of crap, paid for by our government, just got arrested. Yay, yay, yay. Now, in Syria, Bashar al-Assad, who has been ruling his country very well for a very long time, our government, that would be Obama, has been trying to overthrow him for the past 4.5 years. We give the rebels in that country billions of dollars and our equipment. Think Libya. Because Libya was a conduit. Benghazi was a conduit. That's why those men were left there to die, because they knew too much about what was going on with all the things coming into Syria from our government to overthrow Bashar al-Assad. That's really what happened there. And if you don't know that, you soon will, because it's all coming out slowly. Bashar al-Assad was on television in his own country and he laughed. He said, I can withstand your president. I can withstand anything the world throws at me. My people are with me. Now, you know Obama can't say that, can he? Because none of us are with him. At least no Americans are with him. Now, going on to what's going on in Egypt, al-Sisi, you know I love him. He was trained and taught in this country. Al-Sisi is the man who arrested the Muslim representative who was trying to overthrow the Egyptian government. So you have Libya, we overthrew it. Obama did that. You have Yemen, it's a hole in the wall now thanks to Obama, and he won't even go and help the American citizens there get out, although he caused the whole thing to fall apart. You see what he's doing here? He is transmogrifying the entire Middle East for Iran! He is doing it for Iran! Just like he's helping them get a bomb, just like he won't help Netanyahu, just like he tried to overthrow these countries that I'm telling you about. And do you think for one moment in time that the people who lead these countries don't know that? They do know that! They know it! They know everything about it there is to know. That's why they hate him. Now you wonder why we have a conflagration, why we have the Middle East burning in front of our eyes, why we have people being beheaded and shot every single day, why all of this crap, garbage, unbelievable incendiary carrying on is happening. It's because of Barack Hussein Obama. If you notice, since he became president, all of this has happened with your money. You have to realize it's your taxpayer dollar that is tearing the Middle East apart. You have to understand that the end game, the goal, the reason, the finale is that when all this is over, what Barack Hussein Obama wants is, as I've said to you before, a worldwide caliphate run by Iran, with him sitting in the golden throne. That is what is going on. And I'm sure you don't hear any of that because your bought and paid for media, for whatever strange reason, seems to think that they will be able to survive this pogrom, because pogrom is what it will be. If you haven't figured out by now that devout Muslims, if they're ISIS or not, whether they're Al-Qaeda or ISIS or Shiite or Sunni, devout Muslims have no time for anybody homosexual, anybody Jewish, or women. No time for any of us. We are considered worthless. We are considered nothings. We are considered of less importance than their goats. Their goats are more important than what I have just said. So if you want, which is what he's trying to achieve with your money, if you want a worldwide caliphate where goats are more important than women, homosexuals, or Jews, you're going to get one. Because unless people in this country wise up and start doing what needs to be done to put the whole thing down, the whole thing, you're going to get this as your result. Finally, good news on the front for America. In Texas, glory hallelujah, and pass that ammunition. In Texas, this week, there is now a law that says you can open carry. Get my Colt 45 and get it on my hip, or two. Let's go down to the gunfighters at OK Corral. In Texas, it should be every state except California and New York, which are hopelessly lost. Just give up on them. They're done. The rest of the country, start getting those holsters. Start getting those pearl-handled revolvers. Start practicing that twirl. Start being a real gunslinger. We're back to the Old West. Thank all the gods. Getting ready to go to my break.
Hello, good morning. I'm Ray Flo. This is my storage, Lake Worth Storage. We've been here, I guess, about 8 years. It's been great. Love Florida. Love the storage business. I was meant for this business. Come with me. Let's go inside. And here's the fantastic staff. Mr. Josh runs it. Hello, Josh.
Hello.
And the quiet one. Look here, Marge. There you go. All right. So, well, there is a lot to run the storage. There is no silver bullet to make it successful. We've been very successful. So, you got to have a few things. You got to have, of course, the price has got to be right. You got to have a nice staff, congenial people. We have that. Place has to be clean. We have that. And we have to treat people with dignity and very nicely, and we do that. So we've got, the price, the staff. We've been here a long time. We got a good record. Above all, though, it really should be secure. And we have very little problems with that here. We're very secure. We've got 14 cameras there and some more here. So yeah, we're set for the public. We're set up. Excellent.
Hi, I'm Maria of My Clean Home Services. Been in business for 5 years now. I specialize in residential and I also do commercial. If you need any references, I can provide that for you upon request. You can give me a call at 954-520-4282 if you have any questions. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Welcome back. I was so excited for my last segment. I can't tell you. I'm going to have special orders. I really am. I want my initials engraved on them. I truly do. I want my very own pearl-handled revolver. Maybe a Colt 45. I haven't decided. Or maybe a Remington. I don't know. There are so many to pick from. I want to go to something else completely different. We are the richest country the world has ever seen. Can I underline that? The richest country ever. We are the best place in the world to live. There is nowhere else even close. I mean, we don't eat dog. We are the best country to raise your children if you don't go to a public school. Get those kids out of public school and get them out of Common Core, which is just communist indoctrination. But you're learning. You're learning. More and more of you are waking up and getting your kids out of that disaster. But where I'm starting from is we are the richest country in the world. And you know why you have to pay attention to that? That is because all the money that is generated in this country needs to stay in this country. It has to benefit us. We get the benefit of our hard work. That has to stay here so that our homeless people have a place to live, so that our children get the best educations, not illegals, so that people who can get older with dignity and self-respect. We have more money than God. I'm not using a teleprompter. I'm really speaking from the heart. And if all of your politicians did that, if everybody who took your money and lied to your face, because as soon as they get elected, haven't you noticed, they do exactly the goddamned opposite. And that's when they should be tarred and feathered, drawn and quartered, pulled apart, and spread to all four corners of the planet. Enough with this crap! You need to stand up and say, I'm an American. I'm going to do it my way. There is nothing wrong with me. There's a lot wrong with you. And that's the way it's going to stay. And more states need to copy Texas. Getting ready to close my show. Thank God, pass the ammunition and hallelujah.